Hello, hello. Welcome to the Crafty Chemist. I'm starting hopefully right on time. I tried to be a little bit early so I could get everything organized first. Last week I forgot to go live on Instagram. So I'm making sure that's the first thing I'm doing today. What's everyone doing this afternoon? It is kind of cold and yucky here in Chicago. It is kind of cold. Sorry if I coughed in your ear. It was kind of rainy and cold, although for December it's not too bad, I guess. Let me share it to the group here. Okay, there we go. I think I'm good. So today, well, what did I do today? Megan was sick, so I went over to Megan's and helped with the kids, helped Henry with the kids. Then I came home to dinner and doing this. Hi, Larnage. How are you doing? Welcome. Today I am going to talk about watercoloring with these watercolor pencils. And I'm going to be using the Nature's Painting Kit. Wanted to feature this. I thought it would be a fun activity to do after, all the hustle and bustle of the holidays. I thought it would just be nice to do something nice and relaxing for the live. So this kit is called Nature's Paintings, and it comes with this coloring book, basically. It has all of these coloring pages in it. And it comes with instructions, which I'll get out of here. And these watercolor pencils. There are 3, 6, 8 watercolor pencils and a water brush. I want to make sure that I actually have gone live. I'm not sure why it says StreamYard in the bottom corner instead of Crafty Chemist Designs, but okay. So this is the. I'm not sure why it says StreamYard in the bottom corner instead of Crafty Chemist Designs, but. Okay, let me drop a link to the this kit. Okay, I just dropped a link on Facebook. And then I dropped it on Instagram too. So let me read what this says about this kit. It says, embrace your creative side with the Nature's Paintings kit. This unique kit includes everything you need for a fun, creative experience: a coloring book, watercolor pencils, and a water painter. All you need is some imagination and water. Create lovely, picturesque images using advanced coloring techniques with this craft kit. Or make something that's never been seen before, like green flowers with purple leaves. Keep it realistic or color outside the lines, it's up to you. And once you're done, you can use the finished artwork to create a one-of-a-kind card front. Kit includes pre-designed projects, line art illustrations, step-by-step instructions, 24 watercolor paper pages, 2 each of 12 designs, 8 watercolor pencils, 1 water painter. So that's everything that's in here. So let's look at what the instructions say. Okay, so it gives you instructions for at least 3 of these projects. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Here are all of the designs. There's 12 of them. Such pretty designs. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. There is a little video that you can look at on YouTube. They've put together a video. Watch detailed instructions for this kit when you scan this QR code. So if you just scan this code here, it will take you right to the video. The coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors are Berry Burst, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Pumpkin Pie, and Red. Okay, so I thought, let's see, I'm thinking we might do this one. And what I like about this is it really gives you the colors that you should use. So let's take a look at this. First of all of the kits by Stampin' Up! Come in boxes like this. Isn't this a really nice box? So they all come in boxes like this. And they came in that package. You saw when I took this out of the package. Let's look at these designs. Here's one. This is a really beautiful one. I love that. There's 2 of those. There's this one. There's this one. And so some of these, it looks like, hi Vicki. Some of these, it looks like you could stamp something in here and make this a card front. I really like that. This one looks like, I don't know, blueberries. Here's some poppies. This one is kind of some, I was going to say greenery, but it also has some like little puff balls. Some ferns. It's a pretty flower. And I heard that this is the flower of New South Wales, but I forget what the name of it is. This one, I think this is the one that I'm going to do, is this one here. Some sunflowers. Acorns and leaves. Got some maple leaves here and some oak leaves. This looks, I don't know. I was going to say this was the, the helicopters that come down from the maple trees, but I don't know. It's because it's got these little things on them. Poinsettias. And then it's got a couple of blank pages. Okay, and these are really thick. So, you know how it's watercolor paper is like thick? So I think this is probably watercolor paper, but it doesn't have that textured feel. It's like the back side of watercolor paper. And these are like glued in. So you can see how these are. So I took this one out. Okay. Let me check the comments on Instagram. Hi, Myrtle Duck. Okay, now let's look at the watercolor pencils. So Stampin' Up! Apparently has watercolor pencils in their colors. So they coordinate with their cardstock colors. I don't know how that, I thought that was just showing up on mine. So that yeah, I don't know. That has never shown up like that before. See, banners, example banners. We don't want that. I don't know. There's no way to like move that. Now see, it's on there again. Did you lose me for a second? Mhm. It's so strange because I'll move this up. I guess that's the best I can do is move it up. I don't I don't know why it has it like that. And you know, well, this past week, oh, shoot. I don't know why it has it like that. And you know, I don't know, that keeps coming up. Last week I went to cancel StreamYard because I wasn't sure it was worth what I was paying for it. And it gave me an option to stay for like $1.99 a week. And so I said yes. So I wonder if it somehow put me down into some other category, but I don't know. Is it better now that it's up higher? Okay, so let's look at these colors. Daffodil Delight, that's one of their colors. Coastal Cabana, that's one of their colors. Garden Green, yes. Pumpkin Pie, nice. Red, so that's interesting. This is just called Red. Berry Burst, so this is Berry Burst. The Stampin' Up! Color, I think, is Blackberry Burst, right? So that's a little bit different. 30 Flamingo and Early Espresso. I did hear that there were 2 exclusive colors for the pencils, and so Berry Burst and Red must be it. They do have watercolor pencils that you could get different packs. I think there's a couple different packs of these. Okay, so I'm just going to follow the directions here. It says, looks like I'm supposed to get Pumpkin Pie, the Daffodil Delight, the red, and the green. See how it tells me in the instructions here. So I guess the first thing that we're supposed to do is, using the orange and the yellow, is to go through and color these slightly with the orange and the yellow. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Does everybody grab their coloring books? So this is how they have it on the example. Maybe I'll put it down here. I know some of it will be covered, but I'll be able to see it. Okay, so I'm going to color this one. What kind of flowers do you think these are? Because they seem to have a ball, like almost like a daffodil. See how it's got this little bulb here? Like, it's not just this. It's like a trumpet. Is that what they call that, a trumpet? So I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go on the lines with the orange. Now these are watercolor pencils, and they're really putting down the pigment really nicely. You don't have to worry too much about your lines, because we're going to smooth it all out with the watercolor, but I'm also not going to go all the way up to the tip. I'm going to leave some of that open because I think it will get covered once we use the watercolor, right? Once we put the water in there, that will smooth out a little bit. Okay, let's do this one, a little bit of orange. I just thought we needed a little bit of mindfulness after the craziness of the holidays. Was everybody's holidays as sort of crazy as mine was? So I just thought this would be a fun activity. I love to color. I used to color a lot. I know my mom likes to color. I tried to get her to come in here and color with me tonight, but Darcy was acting up, so she decided to stay in a room with Darcy. Yeah. Well, maybe there'll be another one. Maybe there's another kit and I'll bring it. I did think that the kits were easy to take on the road. I've got a couple ideas though for some lives that don't involve any products too. So, okay, so I'm coloring these, and this is really pigmented. If you use the Close to My Heart colored pencils, which I do like them a lot. This feels like it's got a little more pigment in it. I'm sorry that I'm coughing in your with Carolyn markers. I think that you can use the Stampin' Blend markers too on these. But these came with the colored pencils, so that's why I'm using these. And I really wanted to give them a try because, like I said, I do like the color. And I'm just kind of, like I said, I went over where the lines are, and then I'm coloring just kind of up to the tip of these. And I've just decided to stick with the orange and go all the way around with the orange, and then I'll do the yellows. And these can be used without water if you don't like to do that part. The pencils came with the kits. Yeah. The pencil and the water brush. I mean, it's everything you need. The pencil, the water brush, all the pages, these instructions. So it's actually a good way to explore, the watercolor pencils. I do find that the kits are like that. It's a good way to explore some of the items because, like, I haven't bought any tear and tape, but I get them a lot with the paper pumpkin kits, and so I really love the tear and tape, and I hadn't, ever bought them. Some of the gems, that sort of thing. So these kits really give you a nice sampling of all of the products. So I would definitely go and buy some of the other kits, the other, not kits, but other some of the other pencils. This kit was $25. So it came with the pencils, the watercolor brush, and then 24 pages like this. Okay, let's see. I think I did all of the orange. Actually, this looks like it might be a little bit orange here. This orange, let's see. So orange, 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 the bulb of that, and then this. Okay. So then let's get to the daffodil. Yeah, it's very much like the Close to My Heart ones. The only difference that I saw was the Close to My Heart ones had like a little clip on here. So like I think this one is, basically the same thing, but you see how this lid has a clip. But I mean basically it's the same. Hey Julie. So I think it's pretty much the same. Okay, so let's do the yellow. Sorry, I was sucking on a cough drop, but it's hard to do that when you're talking live. Okay. Hi, Mom. Yeah, grab your coloring books, guys, and color with me while we try and relax. Have a nice end of year. Speaking of end of year, I want to remind everybody about my New Year's Eve virtual crop. You're welcome to attend. Just click on the Going tab on the event. Maybe I'll drop a link here in a second. It's too late to get the Make and Take project because it won't get to you in time, but you're still welcome to come. We'll be crafting all night. Got a sketch challenge, got the Make and Take. We'll play a couple games. I got to get on the game, making the games. Okay. I love this. Yeah, this is really vibrant, and I'm not even really pushing very hard. Yeah, me too. I was thinking about doing that book for Monroe, but I'm so close to finishing that Scotland album. So I don't know. I might finish printing those out. Okay, so this is Daffodil Delight that I'm using. And I really like that their colored pencils are match their cardstock. I know with the Close to My Heart pencils, they were a different brand, so if you wanted to like match the colors exactly, you had to, use more than one of the pencils, kind of like, you know, um, I forget what I was going to say because that cough really just, I'm going to get a cough drop, guys. I was doing so good today. And then I went over to Megan's because she was sick. And I was over there all morning and afternoon. And then I didn't take my medicine. So I'm kind of behind on the medicine. So I think that's why this is kind of creeping back up on me. But I feel better today than I did yesterday. But I also think that's because I'm not taking the Benadryl. I'm taking the cold pills because of the cough. I started with this cough, so. I'm glad you got your appointments changed around. And I bet you they don't want to be there late on New Year's Eve either. There's a lot of yellow on here. I'm trying to go by it. They have some directions, but really only for 3 of them. I tried to zoom in the camera so that you can really see closely. And we are going to be layering some colors on here, it looks like, so I don't know, maybe I should have gone lighter on some of these, but so yeah, I really love that these are the colors match. So if you color in some stamped images, they're going to match their papers and that exactly. Okay, let's see. Have we decided what these flowers are yet? I don't know. They're kind of like tulips, but not really. I'll try and I'll look for my um pencil sharpener to see how these sharpen. So we can compare, but like I said, they're very pigmented. I really like it. Okay. Let's do this one. So far I've used the pumpkin pie and the daffodil delight. Has anyone set their reading challenge for next year? I think I'm going to set mine at 36 books again. That seems to be where I tend to fall lately, past few years. And I've also decided I'm going to go back and I'm going to start the year off with some classics. I'm normally a cozy mystery kind of person, but I'm going to read some classics. Okay, so I did these. Okay, I gotta do this one. What's on your pansies? A geranium. Yeah, they might be geraniums. So these these are just pages. So what they say is that you could use these as card fronts. So, you know, I can make a card out of this. They are, let's see, they're 4.5 by 6. So you can trim it up to make a card front. Or you can, you know, put them on a scrapbook page or, you know, something, or make some other project with them. Julie, you're going to set your limit at 60, but you read more than that? Oh my gosh. I'm impressed. What's your typical genre? I think I've seen some in the Goodreads app. But this is looking very bright. This is actually looking kind of 60s right now. This Daffodil Delight kind of reminds me of the yellow like refrigerators and appliances, you know, from the 70s, 60s and 70s. You're reading a graphic novel for your book club? Huh. Michaela used to read a lot of those, you know, when she was in school. Is your graphic novel a like anime kind of graphic novel, or is it, one of these where they adapt something like Pride and Prejudice to be a graphic novel? Did any of you read those books like Sense, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies or whatever, and there's Sense and Sensibilities and something about the sea. I think it was like I don't remember what it was. Sea monsters? I don't think it was sea monsters, but what'd you think of those if you read them? Julie is mystery and romance. Vicky is travel and biography and historical fiction. Yeah, it is. And I think that is, let me look. I can't show you the thing, but the colors, you know what? It doesn't even have the colors in here. It does have it on the paper pack, though. Let's see. Yeah, Daffodil Delight. That is the Daffodil Delight. Speaking of that, have you guys all got your catalogs? If you're one of my customers, if you purchased something from me this past year, I sent you a catalog. So you should have received it. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. So I did this part here. The yellows and the oranges. So now so now it's having me go in with the reds and the greens. Okay. So I don't know if you joined me late. Here are all the colors that come with the kit. All of these come in the kit. It comes with 8 colored pencils, the water brush, and then 24 of these. So these pretty. Some of them are nice backgrounds. And then there's even 2 blank ones at the end, so you could draw your own thing. So Vicky, your book is, the graphic novel is a biography of this guy who is an attorney and focuses on his life, his causes, including environmental justice. Well, I guess that sounds okay. I mean, I'm all for all of those things. Okay, so now I'm going to go in the red, and I'm going to go fill in some of these. So it looks like I'm supposed to make these orange flowers darker in the middle. Okay, so all of the orange ones, I'm going to go in here and make darker in the middle. I'm going to go a little bit on the edges there. Okay, this one here. Yeah, there's some really nice things in the new catalog. I bought a lot. Well, normally I try and keep it to just when I'm going to show. This time I think I bought some more things because I just like them. Like I said, I'm not going all the way to the end, but I'm going to go back in, and I needed a little bit more orange in here. Like I said, you don't really need to worry too much about what you're doing because it's going to kind of all blend out once you get that the water brush on there. And we'll test out one or two of the flowers before we do all of them to see if we need to add more. But like I said, these pencils have a lot of pigment in them. I'm really impressed by them. Just gonna add a little bit more. Oh, I went out of the lines a little bit there. Okay, now I'm gonna add the red in here. This red is really pretty. I bet you that poppy, there's a poppy design in here. I bet you that would be a striking one to do. And also the poinsettias. There's a poinsettias set in here. Oops. But I am going to have a on January 7th, the day the catalog goes live, I'm going to have a show and tell catalog walkthrough. I have a lot of samples to things. So the January 7th is the day that the new catalog goes live, and I've got a lot of samples. I've got the products, not all of them, but most of the suites, and then I've got products, and I've made samples with all of them. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the green. So it looks like mainly on these, they look like lily pad leaves to me, but they're obviously not lily pads because this is not in the water. I don't think this is supposed to be in the water. And these will kind of blend together. They did seem to go a little bit heavy with the green, so. So I'm gonna go, again, this is on top of the yellow, so it looked like we were supposed to go on top, so I think it's gonna mix and make it a little yellow-green. And it wouldn't hurt once you get some of these pencils to make like a swatch. I might go and do that so I can see what these look like when they're dry and when they're wet. Because you could just use these as colored pencils. You can see, I mean, it looks really gorgeous. One thing I haven't done is I haven't gone through and done the stems. I should kind of look closely to see what color the stems are. So I started reading Frankenstein because a few days ago I finished my 36th book for the year, and so I decided to go on my classics binge. So I started with Frankenstein. Okay, these are really, I don't know if you can see how pretty this is looking. So I'm just going right over the yellow that it had me put down. And again, I am just following this these instruction sheets. So I love that it tells you where to put each, but it only does it for like 3 of the 12 designs. But I figured it was a good idea to start with one of those so we get a hang of things before we venture out on our own. Oh yeah, Jane Eyre. I should read mine too. But mainly I listen to mine in audiobook format because of my commute. But that's why I used to have my goal of 48 books. But I didn't make it in 2020 because not 2020, I guess 2021. Well, in part because of the pandemic, but also I wasn't driving into work every day. Like before, I was driving 5 days a week. And I have an hour and a half commute at least each day, each way. So I would basically get a book done a week listening to it. But since I've been kind of doing hybrid and not going in every day, I had to kind of bump it down to 36. I don't really get a lot of time to read, just truly read a book anymore. Okay, let's see. We're almost done with this green. Oh, well, shoot, I went into the red because I'm talking and not paying attention. Let's see if I can kind of blend that out, I think. Okay. Okay, this one down here. How many people like to color? I remember when the coloring book thing was really popular. I think it's still kind of popular, but not like it was, I think, in its heyday when everybody was coloring. I've even got a Jane Austen coloring book. Somebody got it for me for Christmas, I think. But it's really small, detailed pictures. Okay, this one. Then I got to decide. Do you think I should make the limbs, the stalks, green or brown? Like it didn't say brown, but maybe I'll make it green. Like I said, you don't have to be too particular with these when you're watercoloring because it's going to kind of all wash out. Huh. I was going to try and, there we go. Ah, look at that. I figured out how to pin comments. So there you go, Vicky. I pinned your comment. I bet you a Thomas Kincaid one would be really beautiful. Okay, so did I get all of the things that require green? Let's see. This one has a little bit of green. Hi, Diana. I'm going to pin your comment now just because we're practicing. Okay, I found my pencil sharpener. I'm going to see how these sharpen up. Pretty easy. No, this is this kit called Nature's Paintings, and it comes with all of these coloring pages. So there's 12 different, you can see, well, there's 12 different designs, to each of 12 designs. And it's thick cardstock. It's like watercolor paper. And then the kit comes with these colored pencils and the water brush. So we're just playing with it. But you can do absolutely the same thing with the stamped image, right? You can use, but if you do stamp an image and you want to use the watercolor pencils, you need to make sure you use the right kind of ink, because if you use the water on it, then it can make the black ink smear. This was one of the kits from November. You know how every every month they release 2 kits. This was a November kit. It actually, I thought, would make a good gift. There, I dropped the link again for you. Okay, so then I think, what do we think? Should I make the stems green? I guess it looks like they're yellow and green. So this is I would say online only, because it's one of the kits that they released. It's like, do you remember when I did the that little mini album when I was in England? I did the mini album. Oh shoot, I just broke that. Look at that. I don't know what. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I've got a other kind of. Let's see how it does with my electric sharpener. Oh man, that's nice. Can you see this? Look at the point on that. Let me try that with the green. Yeah, nice. Okay, so this is, I recommend this. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this, I guess, with the yellow, and then I'm gonna go back and touch it up with some green. I probably would have done brown, but I don't think we're supposed to do brown because that was not listed in the colors. Although it does say I read the description, and it says, do whatever you want, make green flowers and purple leaves, or something like that is what it said. Okay. So I'm going over all of these with the Daffodil Delights. And if you join me late, I wanted to say that their pencils match the color of the Stampin' Up! Cardstock colors. So, oh, but look, I broke this. It's kind of soft lead, I guess. Maybe I need to be more gentle. Okay. Maybe I'm pushing too hard, but you really don't need to push hard to get the pigment out. Like I said, it's really kind of nice. Just add in a little bit of green in here. Okay. Are we good with all that? I don't have any green here. Okay. I think I want to add a little bit of orange into these. I did not. Not as much as I did the red there. I'm just adding a little bit of orange because it looks like here they did add some of the orange. So let's see what time it is. Okay, yeah, we're getting to the end of it where I can do the water part. Okay, a little bit of orange here. A little bit underneath. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good to start adding the watercolors. Okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I'm done using the colored pencils. And like I said, they make it really easy because they tell you, you know, which colored pencils to use. Although, again, they only do it for 3 of the 12 designs. So they tell you here which colors to use, here which colors to use, and then the poinsettias. These ones are really beautiful. Okay, so the water pen, what do they call this? They call this a Does that stem in the center have color? Which one? That stem in the center. This one right here? No, this one doesn't. Anything else that I'm missing? And you can see I did not really make an effort to hide my lines or anything like that because I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to smooth it out with my pencil. Okay, they call this a water painter. So let's start with the yellow one, these yellow orange ones, the lighter ones. So these have, I put water, I don't know if you can see, but I put water in this little, it unscrews like this. You put water in here. And then I have this little paper towel here to help. And then there's on these 2 sides it says push. So you squeeze it and then the water, you see how the water is coming out? So now it's water. So it's like a paintbrush, but it's got the water inside. Okay. And so then I'm just going to kind of, and I am going to go from the inside up because I want to make it come out to the tips. I want, right? I want it darker in the center and then kind of swipe up. And so see how it's blending that kind of in? And I'm not squeezing right now. I have enough kind of in there until it stops, kind of blending. And then at that point, I might squeeze a little bit more water in there. You don't want it to be super duper wet. Although this paper is pretty thick, so I think it will be okay. It's not gonna warp, I don't think. So, so now you can see kind of it's blending got a little bit too much water on there, so I'm gonna tap it. Just blending those colors together. That's why you don't have to be too concerned about, coloring perfectly. That's actually why I love these watercolor pencils, because you don't have to be like really perfect. Okay. So I'm going to do all of the kind of the more yellowy ones. I don't know if you can see how that one's these ones are blended in. Okay, let's work on this one. I'm trying to, again, like I said, make it go from the center out. I'll tell you, I think that this one, the water comes out pretty easily. I know on my close to my heart ones, I felt like I had to really squeeze to get it to come out. I don't feel that way with this one. If you still had some of your watercolor paints from Close to My Heart, you could easily use those on these cards too. I did enjoy using those. Okay. Okay, there's those ones. Let me do this one up here. Yeah, it's magic. I agree. It's like magic, and you don't have to really be a great colorer. And another thing, I know some people maybe have trouble if you have arthritis or something in your hands, and you think you might have trouble squeezing this. You can also just use this as a brush with some, with a little thing of water, and just get the tip wet. If you don't think you could squeeze it from the inside, you could use it like that, just as a paintbrush. But I really feel that these colored pencils would be great if you have arthritis or something, because you didn't really need to push very hard to get a lot of pigment out. So these can be used for card fronts, but they can be used as backgrounds. They can be used on your scrapbook pages, or just put them in a frame, or whatever you want to do with them. But I see the benefit of these is card fronts. Also, I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun to send somebody a card with this on it without it being colored and just send it to them to, to color in. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, so I did all of the yellow ones. So here they are. I did not squeeze very much for the water. Looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to do these orange and red ones. And again, I'm going to try and go from the red out because I want it to be darker on the inside. This red really, I might have gone crazy on the red. I don't know. Because it doesn't seem that red on the cards, but I still think it looks pretty good. And I do think with watercolor, if you go outside of the lines a little bit, I don't think it matters because sometimes I feel like watercolor designs are like that. If you notice, a lot of our watercolor looking papers, our DSP, some of that's not in the line. It's actually kind of like stamped offset a little bit, I feel sometimes. Okay, I think I did maybe a little bit too much of the red instead of the orange. I would go lighter maybe on the red. Although it still looks good. I don't think it looks, and here it looks kind of yellow with a little bit of red. Okay, let's see. Let me get some. Let me blend this one in a little bit. But so far, I'm really liking these watercolor pencils. I would tell you the truth, I didn't even really know that Stampin' Up! Had watercolor pencils like this until I saw this kit. Because I think some things in their catalogs are not prominently featured. I don't know. Okay. This one, a little bit more of the orange is showing up. But you know what? I went back, I think, and added some yellow to this one. So I think maybe that's why it doesn't look quite as just red. I don't want them to look like poppies, I'm sorry, guys, I'm coughing, and yeah, especially right now, my cough drop. I'm almost done with this cough drop, so. Ooh, see, I went out of the line there a little bit. See what I can do to. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, one more red over here, and then we just have the leaves. Okay, so from my experience, I would say the red, you need to just go real light on the red. The yellow and the orange blended really nicely together. Okay, so that's the red ones. Not too bad. I mean, again, this is our first attempt at these. Oh, wait, I got to do this one here. And this one. Okay, I'm going to wash off my brush a little bit. They're very vibrant. Mom, I wanted you to come in here and color with me. You could have. I'm sorry if my drink, I just remembered I've got a microphone on my color here, so sorry if you heard me drinking. Trying to prevent a coughing fit. Yeah, the colors are very vibrant. Okay, and now let's just do the greens and yellows. Oh, I got a lot of water came out of that one, so I'm gonna sop a little bit up because just what happened. I didn't want it to leak over the edge. There we go. But you know what? I'm going to trim the edge a little bit anyway, so I think that's probably okay. Because these are, what did we decide? It was like 4.5 by 6. And so if you want to put it on a card front. I feel like this green on top of the yellow, I don't know, no, I guess it's okay. The green just kind of taking over a lot. But I do like that it has a little bit of the yellow in there. Okay. And again, I'm being really sparing with my water. I don't want it to run, but there we go. You should test out if you get one of these water brushes, test it out a little bit so you kind of get a feel for how hard you need to squeeze to get the water out, because you don't want to, squeeze really hard and then have a whole bunch of water come out when you don't mean it to. I think that got a little green pigment, I think, when the marker or the pencil, when I sharpened it and it broke. There we go, I got it. Okay. Okay. Do this one. And you see how the green is just continuing to carry on, but it gets lighter towards the end. I think that they might have 2 different sizes of water brushes. I think this is the smaller one. But there are at least 2 packs of the colored pencils, 2 different packs that you can buy just separately. You don't have to buy it in the kit. I didn't drop those in here, but maybe I will while this is drying. I'll look for them and drop a link to the colored pencils. We're almost there, guys. You know what I like about this right now is today was such a dreary, wet, and cold day here in Chicago that these bright colors really have cheered me up a little bit. Okay, so I feel like that one, I didn't do this one yet, though. Ooh, I didn't mean to go outside the line there, but it kind of looks like it just blends into the flower, so that's okay. I don't think anybody's going to look at this and be like, oh my, she went out of the lines there. Like I said, I do think that that's kind of the watercolor look sometimes. Okay, did I get all of the leaves? I don't think I'm going to do the stems because I'm really a little bit afraid to do that tiny of an area. Okay, I think. And every once in a while you should check to make sure you have enough water, but I only use this much water, so I feel like this one I somehow made blotchy. I don't know how I did it, but I feel like I made it blotchy. Maybe because I had too much water piling up. I feel like I'm just maybe making it worse. Okay. So here is my finished product. Some on the right. I didn't do this one here. Yeah, you're right. I think I was distracted by how splotchy that other one was that my eyes were diverted. This one I did do here. Okay, so let's take a look. Here it is. Okay, and so then I also thought this is we're gonna use it as a card front. I brought my Simply Said, and I use this a lot. Let's see what will go there. I've got just a note. You could turn some of these into note cards, right? And give it to somebody as a gift. Just a note and birthday wishes. Which one do you think fits better? Birthday wishes or just a note? Birthday wishes. I was going to do birthday wishes, but now that I put just a note down, yeah, I think so too, Vicki. I think that fit pretty nice. So let's try. Now, this is not wet in here. I did not let my water brush. I don't know if I use this one yet or not. I didn't let my water brush get that wet. And if you wanted, you could like put this on a circle and pop it up or something if you wanted it to stand out, or you can just stamp it down on here like I'm doing. And so this would just make a great card front. Just trim it up, put it on the front of your card, and you are good to go. Okay, while that's drying, let me see if I can find about the colored pencils. Yes, there are two sets. One, they're called Watercolor Pencils Assortment 1 and Watercolor Pencils Assortment 2. Okay, this is Assortment 1. So for Assortment 1, there are 13 pencils: basic black, basic gray, basic white, blue, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Fresh Freesia, Melon Mambo, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pumpkin Pie, and Real Red. Okay, this is Watercolor Pencils Assortment 2. And in that one, there are 10 pencils: Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, and Night of Navy. So it seems like the first one has got the neutrals in it, like the black, gray, and white. And the Assortment 2 does not. So there you go. And the kit, this was November's kit. Again, it comes with these cards. I'll go through it if you guys came in late. There's this one, this one. There are 2 of each one. This is another one where it's got the sentiment on the inside. Here's the poppies. The Real Red would be really nice on that one. This one, just some ferns. This one is the national flower of New South Wales. It's called the Warata. This is the one I did. Some sunflowers, acorns, leaves. I don't know if these are maple leaf helicopters. And then the poinsettias. And then a couple blank pages. Okay, and then it comes with the pencils and the water brush. So it comes with all of these things. So I just wanted something fun to do today for after the holidays. Next week I'm going to be doing a Valentine's card. This is a fun fold card. It's a gatefold card, a double gatefold card. using this beautiful Hearts of Elegance paper and stamp set. So this is what we're going to make next week. There's a lot of stuff going on coming up. I've got my New Year's Eve virtual crop party. Oh, I was going to drop a link. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. Okay, there's the link to the crop party. Yeah, you should get that paper out, the Valentine's Day paper out from last year, because it's got the golden embellishments too. Or you can use any paper. I think I missed this one. I'm gonna go back and do that one. I don't know. Yeah, so get that ready for next week. So New Year's Eve, Tuesday night is my virtual crop party. Too late to get the make and takes. But if you did sign up already, you should have gotten the make and takes in the mail. Geez, God, the time went by. And January 7th, I'm doing the catalog walkthrough. I've got a lot of samples from the new catalog. The new catalog, this is my absolute favorite so far of all of the catalogs. So there's a new catalog, new online items, and then new scrapbooking workshops are all dropping January 7th. So I'll be live on that. That'll be, I think that's a Tuesday also. So that's not one of my normal times. That's just an extra live. And then I'm doing the paper pumpkin, is it the December kit? Yeah, I'm doing the December kit on the second Thursday in January. I'm not doing it on Friday because I teach a Friday lab this quarter. My lab's Friday night. Well, 1 to 4. And by the time I leave, clean up and leave and get home, I can't be home by 7. So on a Friday night coming out of Chicago, no, there's no way I'll be home. So I'm going to do it on Thursday night. So a lot of stuff going on the next couple weeks. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little coloring party. And learning about the watercolor pencils and this new kit. I think this would be a great gift for somebody, especially somebody who likes to color. Actually, it would be a good thing to take on vacation. Like if you're doing a road trip or something, you could color all of these things, or even on the airplane. This would be nice because you could actually, I think you could color it and keep it in this book. And then you don't have to watercolor it, obviously, on the plane, although you could. This is very compact, but this would be something just to take with you and color if you're on the train or something. It's a good thing to take with you. So, yeah, okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. Oh, I just can't reach the end. There we go. Bye.